Showtime is here, and no time to fear. Karel is so near because showtime is here. So on with the show, let's give it a go. Karel is the one that you need to know. Now it's showtime.
Memorial Day is this month, which means summer is coming. Will Iran derail many of our summer plans, or do we even make them anymore? That and so much more on today's Karel Show. Here we go, honey. It is the Karel Show. I am Karel. So very glad you're joining me on this Thursday, May 7th. Oh, yes, Lord. I am so happy and glad to be here with you. I just got a text just now. Let me read it to you. I'll read you the text verbatim, honey, because ain't no way to start, no better way to start the show. Dear Karel, good morning. I just sent you the latest reports. Next week, you enter the top 10 at number 10 on the Music Week Commercial Pop Top 30 in the UK. What? I've got a motherfucking top 10 single, bitches! I danced because we did. I danced because we could. They are dancing across the UK to me, honey. I could not be happier. My first top 10 single that I'm singing and writing ever. Okay? Ever. Now, Thea went top 5 with a song that I wrote with We're Not Going Back. But this is the first top 10 single that I have ever written and performed. Holy Batman. My cup overfloweth, or is it? My C cup or my D cup? I don't know. Thank you. Thank you to everyone listening to it and streaming it and loving it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, God, I danced because number 10 on the Music Week chart in the UK. Mwah. Kisses to all of you all. All right. So that's the good news. That's the good news. I'm not, there's plenty of bad news out there right now for us, but that's the good news. The U.S. is awaiting Tehran's response to a peace proposal, a one-page, maybe handwritten, who knows, peace proposal. And hopefully, look, I don't want the war to go on just to make Donald Trump look like an incompetent idiot. I mean, he already does. So I don't want this war to keep going just because it hurts Republicans. And it does. And if this war dragged on through the midterms, it'd be the best thing for the Democrats ever. But I'm sorry, I do not want that. People are really hurting when it comes to finances and money and, gas prices, which have driven up food prices, every price. And the price of everything has gone up because almost everything uses petroleum. Now that's we have set up such a stupid society, child. I mean, talk about drug addicts. We always look at these Appalachian, Oxycontin, no-tooth Sister Marian people and think, but we are them. Every one of you is addicted to petrol, to fossil fuel. Every one of you. You can't get by without it. You can't play a record without fossil fuel. You can't use lotion without petroleum jelly. There's so many plastic. Everything in our world is plastic. That's all oil. The gas that's in your car. We have made ourselves dependent on this ridiculous substance. And hundreds of years after we've made ourselves dependent on it, we haven't gotten off of it. It's like the crack or the meth. We know it's bad for us, and we know it's pricey, and we know it's costing us our way of life, but we don't care. Give me that crack. We should have been driving alternate fuel vehicles 30 years ago, 40, 50, after the 70s when we had to line up and do the odd even gas days. They should have gotten rid of gasoline-powered vehicles after that. Given the people that hold the oil all the power, and they've got it, baby. They've got the power. They do. If you're an oil company or an oil producer, you control the frickin' world because you make the drug of choice for the entire world. It ain't just us. The entire world is hooked on the meth. I mean, the oil. And we behave just like addicts. Because even with it at $5 a gallon, we won't give up our cars. We won't rush out and buy alternate fuel vehicles. We won't demand better transportation, better public transportation. We won't utilize the public transportation that we have. When's the last time any of you took a bus? Or a train? Or a monorail? Or a trolley? Or a streetcar? Or clang, clang, clang went the Oh, I just listened to Judy Garland live at Carnegie Hall. The first album to ever win Best Album by a woman. 5 Grammy Awards it won. Double album set. Judy.
You're missing out. Get the podcast, videos, and the blog, including recipes at reallykarel.com. That's really KAREL.com.
Showtime is here, no time to fear. Karel is so near because showtime is here. So on with the show, let's give it a go. Karel is the one that you need to know.
I'm still thinking about Judy. Clang, clang, clang went the trolley. Bing, 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 or ring, ring, ring went the bell. Zing, zing, zing went my heartstrings. I could tell from the moment I fell. Live, no auto-tune, no electronic instruments. Her, an orchestra, a stage, a spotlight, no dancers, no nothing. Just Judy. Good riddance. Goodbye, every trick of them you're on to, but fools will be fools, and then it's gone too. The night is cold. I'm having a gay moment. We need more big gay moments in this world. We really do. We need people to just burst out into show tunes all the time. So the one-page proposal basically says, we'll lift the sanctions on you. You concede to everything else. Let's get this party started. Will the Ayatollah Khomeini, you got to say it like you're coughing up a hairball. Everyone in Iran must have hair in their throat because Ayatollah Khomeini. Will the one-legged Ayatollah Khomeini, Khomeini. Will he say yes or no? Well, I don't know. We'll see. All I know is it's affecting everything. Everything, child. Everything. And so that's one of the things I wanted to talk about today. Not Marco Rubio meeting the Pope. The Pope should bitch slap Marco Rubio. Say, take that back to your orange smurf of a president. You know, that's what the Pope should do. The Pope should say, I'm the Pope, bitch. I control over 1 billion people. You ain't but little Marco Rubio from Florida. Okay? And your president ain't just some pretender to the throne, honey. I am the Pope. So, anyway. And again, Trump. The Pope and Trump, pump. Trump is doubling down on his hatred of the Pope today, saying all kinds of weird crap about him, because you know he's got to just post on the Truth Social. Talk about addicts. Child, someone should take that man's phone away for the good of humanity. Take away the man's phone. Okay? He's that 80-year-old grandpa that you won't even let drive the car. Take away the phone, honey. Yesterday in at some press conference he had, you could see the bruises on his hands again. Oh, he's getting the infusions. It must be the blood of some young people. I bet he's going to ask for the blood of Carolyn Levitt's baby to rejuvenate himself. You know, she's 28 years old and her husband is 60. Now look, if both parties consent, that's all good. But if it was a 60-year-old woman and a 28-year-old man, people would be like, what? But because it's a 60-year-old man and a 28-year-old woman, 32-year age difference. This guy's having kids at 60 years old. His kid when he graduates high school, his daddy will be 78 years old. I can see him at the high school graduation. Oh, you brought your granddad. No, that's my dad. And I wonder if the baby's got wrinkles. You know, like, does it look like a wrinkled up old man because he came from old man sperm? Because 60-year-old sperm, I mean, you know, the baby probably was born all old manny, all wrinkled up and, you know, a little sallow sort of thing. Because it's got old baby, you know, it's got old sperm genes. It was a young egg, but old sperm. I don't even know how that sperm got through to that egg, you know, but Lord. So she probably had a little old man baby. Probably got a baby that looks like a little old man. Child. 60-year-old husband, 28-year-old Caroline Levitt. Birthing babies. What the hell? What the hell is that? Oh, anyway. So, all I know, in the chat room, they're all giving me the reasons why they can't use the bus. It's not convenient. I know. Just destroy the fucking planet and support the oil the makers. Go ahead. I mean, it's what we've done. Everybody's got an excuse. They're like assholes. Some are bigger than others. But everybody's got an excuse. Why they can't take public transportation. Why they can't take taxis. Why they can't take lifts. Hell, I've got the excuse. You know, yesterday I was debating giving up the car. You know, I don't want the car back. I'm enjoying my motorcycle and not having the car. You know, I'm enjoying, I'm going to get it back. But I only use 1 tank of gas a month. A tank. So I'm not quite the addict that many other people are with their 4 tanks a week or, you know, that sort of thing. But truly, we're the biggest drug addicts in the world. We should never poo-poo drug addicts ever again. Because we are mainlining the oil. It is everywhere I look around. The plastic in these lights. The foam here on my microphone. The plastic in this computer. This is a polyester blend shirt. There's oil in this shirt. The Lubriderm that I spread all over my body after the shower. I'm sure there's some sort of oil up in there. Vaseline. Petroleum jelly. I mean, there's oil everywhere. And then the oil you put in your car. And then the gasoline, which is refined petroleum. So we have made ourselves dependent on a substance which is both finite. Oil is not forever. So finite and expensive and controlled by nations we don't like. How much Saudi dick have we had to suck over the years because they control the oil? How much OPEC penis have we actually had to take over the years because they're our drug supplier? The only reason we care about the Middle East is oil and Israel. That sounds like a salad dressing. But that's, you know, that's why we care. Oil and Israel. Mix the two together and you have slippery Jews. I mean, truly. So, you know, we let them get away with whatever they want to get away with. Why? Because we need the oil. It's ridiculous. We got to get off the oil. But we won't. Not in my lifetime. Oil is here to stay, honey. So I can fight that. You know, because like I compost at home, you know. I have the Hemi, G-E-M-E, the Hemi. It's a great composter, G-E-M-E. I highly recommend it. And, you know, I try to recycle and I ride a motor scooter so I can take up less gas, just 2 gallons a month. You know, all of that. I take short showers under 5 minutes to try to conserve the water. Meanwhile, corporations here in Vegas have thousands of gallons a day, but whatever. I'm a vegan, so I've reduced my carbon footprint by millions and millions of pounds of carbon. I try to do what I can. I try. And if we all did what we could, it would matter. But I know that basically me doing it by myself just doesn't really matter. It matters to me. But am I going to save the planet with my recycling? No. Am I going to save the planet with my composting? No, but I do provide a nice garden up the street with, you know, rich soil. Really. I'm not, you know, I'm trying, but I can't do it alone. I could give up oil tomorrow, get rid of all plastics, all creams, get rid of all oil-producing vehicles, go completely solar on my house. I could get rid of all oil in my life. And would it end the crisis? No. And I'm not being defeatist. I'm just saying we all got the excuses as to why we can't do it. And then when we decide we're gonna, we say, well, unless everybody else does it, it ain't gonna matter, so then we don't do it. So we never make any real changes because nobody else will. Well, Karel, the bus system in my community is horrible. Then make it better. Start using it. Find out what weaknesses, rally your city council people, rally your public transportation department, and make it better. That's how we get what we want. We need high-speed trains in this country the way the airlines are dropping out the sky. Spirit Airline, bye. It is truly a spirit now, just a ghost. No more spirit in the sky. It's gone. It's grounded. It's over. Why? Fuel prices. Iran killed Spirit Airlines. They were already teetering on the brink, and Iran just shoved them right over. Now they're in the vast pit of bankrupt airlines. And so I know, because I'm like you, I know you have 1,000,005 reasons why you can't give up your car, why you can't give up your motorcycle, why you can't why you can't use public transportation. I get it. I understand. I feel your pain. I don't agree with it. We'd be lucky if we all got rid of our cars and used public transportation. Within 5 years, it would exponentially get better. We would have the best public transportation in the world if we all one day decided, I'm done with oil. I am not using my vehicle, and stop buying cars. And then you'd have $10,000 electric cars because they'd still want to sell you as something. But auto manufacturers have no incentive to lower the price of vehicles. You'll pay 50, 60, 70,000 for a new one, or 20, 30, 40 for a used one. They ain't going to lower that. Why would they lower that? They're making the money, honey. They rich. Have you seen the yacht of the owner of all these car companies? And oh my God, they're just so wealthy. And that leads you right to the oil companies. They're a conduit. There is a pipe in your car that you pour money into. Isn't that a great gimmick? They sell you a vehicle that has a direct hose to the profit center of all the big oil companies. It's right there in your car. You don't have to go anywhere to make them rich. You stick a nozzle in and pull up. And baby, you're making somebody rich. And you're fine with it. I ain't going to try to talk you out of it because you're good with it. Wait until you're old and you can't drive. Oh, now I got to use horrible public transportation. Yeah, because you never made it better when you were younger. You never demanded high-speed trains. Think of all the trains we could have built with the $80 billion we have spent on Iran. Think of all the public transportation in your city that could have been built if $30 million an hour, which are the windfall profits of the oil companies, went to make better public transportation in your city. But no. We must keep things the way they are. Why? Because it makes the rich money. Yesterday I got very upset. My blood pressure was elevated. I was in a horrible state all day. It started with the $1,200 that I need for the car and debating whether or not to even pay it or keep the car. Then I had transferred $13,000 of high-interest debt over to my Barclays JetBlue credit card. They verified those transfers 3 days in a row. But yesterday, while I was on air here, they called to verify them again. I didn't answer the phone because I was on air. So after, I called and said, why are you guys calling me again? I spoke to you yesterday, the day before, and the day before. Well, your account is suspended, sir, and we've canceled all of the transfers. What? Well, you didn't answer the phone, so we couldn't verify. You verified 3 days in a row. Well, we had to verify again. And now if you want to retransfer that balance, You have to wait for the authorizations that we put on your card to fall off because we can't take those off. So wait, you put the authorizations on, you canceled the transfers, now you're keeping that balance tied up for a week. Yes, sir. Just like Chase. They told me to link all of my checking accounts, so I linked my SAG-AFTRA to my Chase account. Last week, I transferred $300 from one to the other. Chase got the money on Monday. When are they going to let me have it? On Friday. Is that legal? No. They can't hold money for 5 days that they've gotten. It's come out of my checking account. But are they doing it? Yes. Why? Because banks' rules are to make money for the bank. That 5 days is their float. They're using my money, collecting interest on it. And you might say, well, it's only $300. Times that by 1 million people. That's a lot of float. That's a lot of interest. That's a lot of capital that they have access to for 5 days. That should be illegal. It's my money. But it ain't illegal. Why? Because they make the rules. So as I told my friend David this morning, David Etheridge, who'll be on my show tomorrow or Monday, I said, you know, I got to stop getting upset because there's some constants now we got to accept. Number one, everyone you deal with is inept. No one is good at their job anymore. Everybody is bad. And number two, corporations screw you every day, and there's nothing you can do about it. Because no one's on your side. No government official. Oh, Lord, how you doing? I was born by a river in a little tent. Just like that river I've been rolling ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change's gonna come. Oh, yes, it is. I had to say that to a man at the park this morning, one of the community service workers and his chihuahua. He was sitting there looking glum. I said, honey lamb, what's wrong with you and your little chihuahua? He said, I'm feeling depressed. I said, why are you feeling depressed, honey? He said, just about the times and things going on in my life. I said, child, we all got the blues right now. All of us. Ain't nobody running around dead-ass happy unless you're rich. And ain't no one in this park rich except for Bill. Bill and Lilith. Bill is rich. He has over $1 million. But I literally had to tell this guy that I don't know that it's going to get better, that the only thing constant is change, and that you don't get over things, you get through them, and we're going to get through this. There may be even worse on the other side, but we'll get through that too. Because that's what life is. You just keep living and getting through things. That's what life is. Now look, y'all might think I'm flippant telling you you should use public transportation. We don't have any. I can't. It takes too long. It ain't your God-given right to get, it used to take 11 years to get from Oklahoma to California. I mean, literally, they had to walk or take a horse. Okay? So you left Oklahoma in January, you got to California around Christmas time. Then a train came along, and suddenly, oh my God, you can make it in 4 or 5 days. And then an airplane came along. Because people demanded it. We don't demand anything anymore, and I know why. For the same reason I encountered all that anger yesterday that I got to stop doing. It's going to kill me. I'm being serious, people. My blood pressure was 160 over 100 yesterday during all this. I'm going to kill myself over this stuff, and I can't. I don't want to die. But the facts are that almost everyone you deal with nowadays is inept. They're not good at their jobs. And number two, they don't go out of their way to help you. And number three, they're following rules by a corporation that has no concern about you at all except to make as much money from you as they can. not to give you good customer service, not to give you good benefits, not to make your life better. They only want to make money off of you. Oil companies don't care how you feel. Oil companies don't care about the gas you can or cannot afford. All they care about is their shareholder meeting and how much money their CEO is going to make. All you are is an open wallet to them. That's it. And when you no longer give in to them, then they don't care if you die. That's the world we have created. I didn't create it, Karel. Well, somebody did. Somebody keeps us on the oil. Somebody keeps buying it. Somebody keeps using it. Somebody keeps not demanding that we change. Who? Who is that person? You? Me? Of course it is. It's easy. We like easy. We have gotten used to easy. If it's not easy, we get all mad. Well, that's too hard. It shouldn't take me 45 minutes just to get across town. If you walked, it would take you 4 hours, bitch. Ride a bicycle then. There are bicycles. Hop on an electric bicycle. It'll get you across town the same amount as a car. Get a cute 3-wheel one with a basket. They have 3-wheel electric bicycles nowadays. You can take your ass wherever you want, up to 30 miles. Oh, but I can't ride a bicycle. I could fall down. I could hurt myself. 30,000 people a year die in cars. But you can't ride a bicycle. You see what I'm saying? All we are nowadays are obstacles. Because that's what we're taught. We're taught that to get to a goal, there has to be 1,000 obstacles. Because most people then give up. And the government has made it so hard to get any change affected or get anything done that people just give up. It's too hard, and we like easy. We're such an easy, we want everything easy. We can't even wait for fucking tea to brew. We want instant tea, instant coffee. We want buffets where all the food is already ready. Don't even have to wait for it to be cooked. Drive-through, give it to me in a bag and give it to me now and let me eat it in my car. We like easy. But easy isn't always what's best. But we don't care. Is it easy? We put little plastic things in our dishwasher now that have soap and this and that in it. Why? Because it's easy. Just pop the little thing in your dishwasher. Forget that you're putting microplastics into your water supply that are ending up lodging in your brain and possibly causing dementia. Who cares? You'll forget all about it one day. So, that brings us to the topic I really want to talk about today. Is Iran going to ruin summer? Summer's here. We're going to get it's going to be 107 in Las Vegas on Monday, honey. Summer's here. May something or other is Memorial Day, 21st, 22nd, somewhere around there. That's the unofficial start of summer, the 100 days of summer. Memorial Day to Labor Day, the 100 days of summer. Now, summer doesn't start till June 21st, I know, so don't come for me. But it unofficially starts at Memorial Day. So Memorial Day to Labor Day. So that's coming just in a couple weeks. Remember when summers used to mean vacations? Where you packed up the kids and cranked up the car? Remember that? You just drive places. You drive to grandma's house. So you drive to a national park. Don't go to a national park, including Lake Mead. You know why? Brain-eating amoeba. I am not making this up, child. I read it yesterday. 11 national parks in the West are on alert because in every one of the warm waters in the park, they have found brain-eating amoebas. A girl got it right here in Lake Mead because there's shallow water in Lake Mead. And when it's 110 outside, that water is 90, 80, 90 degrees. And those amoeba, oh, they love it. They just breed and breed and breed. And then you pop in the water, and some water splashes up your nose and gets on your lips or whatever, and suddenly an amoeba's eating your damn brain. Now, if it were Republicans or MAGA, who cares? Because there's stars.
It's broadcasting from a completely different point of view. Yours. Listen daily to the Karel Cast on your favorite streaming service. listening to the Karel Cast. Driving you home or driving you crazy. It's broadcasting from a completely different point of view. Yours. Listen daily to the Karel Cast on your favorite streaming service. You're listening to the Karel Cast. Driving you home or driving you crazy.
Now it's your time.
You know, it used to be the worst thing I would get would be the rockin' pneumonia and the boogie woogie flu. But child, now you got brain-eating amoebas in 11 national parks because of the warm water, because of climate change. Including right here at Lake Mead. A little girl got it, ate her brain. Now, MAGA, Republicans, they don't have to worry because they ain't got a brain. The amoeba would starve to death. But if you're a liberal, a progressive, an independent, don't be going to a national park and getting in any water, honey. Those amoeba out there are looking for you. They want to eat your brain. They're like little zombie amoebas. Brains. Yesterday, USA Today, 11 national parks, brain-eating amoebas. Good Lord. Then we got a cruise ship with the hantavirus, which you get from inhaling or touching a rodent's poop or urine. It's running rampant on a cruise ship. They got the hantavirus. It's on its way to the Canary Islands where they're going to evacuate it and make the people be holed up for 45 days to see if they're going to die. Not everybody dies, but 2 people have so far. And the first couple that died, they think they're the ones who brought it on. It's a rare form of hantavirus. See, normally you got to like snort the rat poo or, lick the rat urine to get the hantavirus. But there's a rare form that transfers from human to human. That's the one that's on the boat, honey. Another reason I will never go on a cruise. Oh, my friends David and Toby just love the cruises. Not me. Norvovirus, hantavirus. Boats are like babies. They are just little agents of infection, just brewing up all kinds of viruses. No. I'd perform on a boat. Oh, I would. I'd perform on a cruise ship, but I would stay locked in my cabin. I would not mingle. Lord. So it's summer. Do you have any summer plans? You're like, fuck no, I'm broke. I'm an American, Karel. I ain't going nowhere but to the kitchen. How many of you are going out for summer? Raise your hands. I would love to plan a summer trip. I wanted to be out of Vegas in June, July, August. Any of you in the Bay Area got a guest house I could live in for June or July? Rent-free, of course. A lovely little guest cottage for me and Ember so we could avoid the heat. I'll do my show from there. Anybody? How come I don't have rich fans? I need a rich fucking fan who says, oh, yes, Karel, I've got a guest house at my house in L.A. Why don't you come and stay at it? Yes, Karel, I've got a guest house at my house here in San Francisco. Why don't you come and stay in it? I need those people. Where are my rich friends? Lord. But are any of you going out for the summer? You're going to take a trip? You're going to take a drive? You're going to fly somewhere? Because right now, only trip I got planned is June 5th to Long Beach to measure my aorta. Oh, what a great summer fun that is. Going for a medical visit where I might be told I need to see a surgeon and start the process for open heart surgery. Woo! Any of you going anywhere for summer? Anybody? National park? Biker rally? I don't know. Star Wars convention? Something. Anybody? Any of y'all? Put it in the comments. What are you doing this summer? Because 48% of you have said you ain't driving anywhere until gas prices come down. 48% have said, ain't no summer driving until gas prices come down. Well, honey, you're going to be waiting until next winter for that. So, I'd love to drive to Reno to see my friends Tyler. That's an 8-hour drive. You know how much gas that would be? Good Lord. Have to hawk the jewels. Wait, I don't have any. Well, no wonder I ain't going. Are any of you going anywhere for the summer? I'm trying to plan a trip in Texas in June. Why would you want to go to Texas? Don't go to Texas. Ain't no reason. I got family in Texas. I ain't going. I have a friend in Florida, David, who has invited me and said I could stay at their house for 2 weeks. I might do that. It's in Orlando. But Orlando's blue. You know, Florida's crazy, but Orlando's blue and there's a lot to do and theme parks and gardens and, you know, pretty things. So maybe go there. But how much is an airline ticket going to be? Because airline fuel is, you know, skyrocketed. Airlines have gone up on the airfares.
If you're
to
not
go
visiting reallykarel.com daily, you're missing out. Get the podcast, videos, and the blog, including recipes at reallykarel.com. That's really KAREL.com.
Showtime is here, no time to fear. Karel is so near because showtime is here. So on with the show, let's give it a go. Karel is the one that you need to know.
Someone said they go into the Madonna Inn in San Luis Obispo. I'm so gay, I used to think that was a place that had rooms themed after Madonna songs. You had the Vogue room, you had the, you know, the Bullet Bra room, you had the Blonde Ambition room, you had the, you know, the different eras of Madonna. The Like a Virgin room where you have to wear lace and little skirts and tie your hair up. Each room was a different era of Madonna. You know, if I opened that hotel in Palm Springs, I would make cash. Oh my God, every queen in the world would want to stay at the Madonna-themed motel. Oh yes, girl. Have the Blonde Ambition room and the Like a Virgin room and the Vogue room, which could have photos of Greta Garbo, Anne Monroe, Dietrich, and DiMaggio. Oh yes, all over. Grace Kelly, Harlow Jean, pictures of the beauty queens. They had style. They had grace. Rita Hayworth gave good face. Catherine Vanna, Lauren too. Betty Davis, we loved you. Oh yes. You can have pictures of them all over the room. Ladies with an attitude, fellas that were in the mood. Don't just stand there, let's get to it. Lay down in our bed, there's nothing to it. Oh yes, the Vogue room, we could do it. The Madonna Inn, the true Madonna Inn, the real Madonna Inn. Oh God, how fun. I'm in a mood today, aren't I? I am, I'm in a mood today. Because yesterday I overloaded. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to kill myself over all this money. It's always money. Money is the root of all evil, honey. I want to pull it up by the roots. I don't know why they say money is the root of all evil. You can't grow it. If something has roots, it'll grow. Ain't no money trees. Unless you own an oil well, that's a money tree. Oh, yes, girl. Or you give Botox injections. That's a money tree. Oh, yeah. They make $500 a visit. I had a friend who went and got Botox. A 45-minute visit was $500. To inject poison into their faces so they don't have wrinkles. $500. We are not going to survive as a species. We are done. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. What room would I stay in the Madonna room, in the Madonna Inn? The real one. I mean, not the real one. Not the one where you can, because they have themed rooms at the Madonna Inn in San Luis Obispo. I think they have like the Western room or the Caveman room or all that. But I would want like named after Madonna. I think I'd be in the Ray of Light room. Oh yeah, because that was all dance and electronic. Or Confessions of a Dance Floor room. It could have mirror balls and mirrors everywhere, and you could wear leotards and dance tights. Oh yes, because you'd have to dress. Okay. You couldn't just, like if you're in the Confessions of a Dance Floor room, you'd have to dress appropriately. Y'all think that that's a stupid... I'm telling you, if we opened a Madonna-themed hotel in Palm Springs and had rooms after her famous songs or her famous looks, and then had some of her memorabilia around the place, it would fucking be sold out all day, every day. If it were in Palm Springs. I am not making that up. I am not. If I had money right now, I would call my business manager and say, find me a property in Palm Springs. That's the way it is. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. I do want to. I wanted to talk about. I used to love summer. Oh my God, how I used to love summer. I did. A, you're out of school. B, we had hula hoops and slip and slides. Of course, I had to work in the summers because we were poor. But I still had fun, We were poor, so I did work in the summer. My first summer working was as Darth Vader with my mask that I have here. I did a whole Darth Vader outfit. I was 16 years old. And no, actually, my first summer job was right out of Poly High School. I worked at Bowers Ambulance, answering their phones. And this is before paramedics. So people would call the ambulance company directly to request an ambulance. I need an ambulance. My mama just fell out, honey. And in the break room, we had nitrous oxide because Bowers was an ambulance service, but they also refilled gases, oxygen, nitrous oxide, and all of that. And we had a tank of nitrous in the break room. That's the gas they give you in the UK, by the way. They use that a lot in the UK, nitrous oxide. Laughing gas. They give it to you at the dentist. And so we'd go in the break room and we'd have a stressful day and just do a whiff of that nitrous oxide. It would just get better. That was my first summer job, working at Bowers Ambulance, answering their PBX, because I used to work a PBX board at my high school. So answering their PBX, Private Business Exchange, and taking orders for ambulances and for gases. That was my first summer job. The next year, no, I guess it wasn't, because I was in high school when I did the Darth Vader thing. So the Darth Vader thing really would be my first summer job. I had the whole Darth Vader outfit that I made from scratch, except the mask, which I bought for $250 in 1978, which is like $5,000 today. And Olson Electronics, which was basically Radio Shack in Long Beach, saw me in the paper because I was so happy about my Darth Vader costume. I went and walked around Long Beach. I just walked around. And so they did a story on me in the Press Telegram. And Olson Electronics saw me and hired me to pass out leaflets going up and down Pine Avenue. The problem was I couldn't see. It would fog up. So my little 4'9" mother had to walk next to me and hold my hand. So here's Darth Vader with a 4'9" redhead walking down the street passing out pamphlets. Although I had a job before that. When I was 14, I wanted the Lost in Space robot. So 1976, I wanted the robot, the Danger Will Robinson robot. And it was $68 at Toys R Us. And I went around and put real estate leaflets on the doors of people's houses. And it was $20 for 100 leaflets, or 1,000. So I had to do a lot of houses. And when I got $80 from the job after a couple weeks. And when I went to get my Lost in Space robot, our light and gas bill was due and my mom and dad didn't have the money. So I paid our light and gas bill and never got my robot. I told that story on KFI, and a listener brought one of the robots to a personal appearance. I thought he was going to give it to me. Oh no, he just brought it to rub in my face that he had one and I did not. Anyway, those were my summer jobs. I used to work over the summer. What did you do? I mean, I love the summer. You know, we used to go to theme parks, Disneyland, Magic Mountain. Oh God, many a summer I lived at Magic Mountain. I had an annual pass. They were only $39 for an annual pass. And I would go to Magic Mountain. I would take a bus from Long Beach, California to Valencia to Magic Mountain. There was a bus. Oh yes. It took 3 hours. Y'all acting like, I can't take a bus. I took a bus 3 hours each way, several days. And roller skating in Venice Beach all summer. Oh, I used to do that. Used to roller skate there in the 70s and early 80s. From Long Beach, we'd roller skate all the way up to Venice Beach. And then I'd teach people how to skate backwards and make a little money for lunch and dinner. Oh, yeah, I loved summer. And then somehow I just stopped loving it. When does that happen? When you're aging and suddenly you just don't want to do those things anymore. Like nightclubs. I used to love nightclubs. I love to perform in them still. But in terms of going to one 11 o'clock at night, loud noise, not being able to speak to somebody, crowded people all around you. That sounds like hell. When did that happen? I'm still a fun person, I think. I don't know. Did that happen to you guys? Do you guys still love the things you used to love, like to do? You know? I still like road trips. I didn't mind driving to Phoenix to see my sister. I like road trips. I grew up doing them. I guess that's why, because we were moving, but still. I like driving. I do. I like, our train would be great too. I'd love to take a train this summer from Seattle over to New York. That would be so much fun. Have a sleeper car, you know, and go across. Oh, that would be so much fun. But Amtrak, which should be cheap, is not. We own Amtrak. It belongs to the people. And most people can't afford it. That's bizarre to me. So what are your plans for the summer? What are you going to do? Just going to stay home, do more of the same? You're going to work? You're going to go visit people? Going to go on? I'd love your comments down below. Just let me know. What are you going to do? What you going to do when they come for you? What you going to do this summer? Are you going to hula hoop? Are you going to slip and slide? Are you going to play jarts? Do they even sell those anymore? Because they used to kill kids. You know those lawn darts? They had a metal tip and the little, plastic wing things, and you threw them across the lawn up in the air so they'd come down this way and you try to get them in a ring. Unfortunately, if someone got in the way, given how fast they were going from you throwing them, you could in fact stab them and kill them. But we lived. I lived through darts, lawn darts. I lived through them. Clackers. Those are a big summer thing. Clackers. I'm not going to tell you what we called them in my neighborhood because it was racist, but it was the N-word knockers. Clack, 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 clack. I thought that was their name. I went into Woolworths one time and said, "Where are your N-word knockers?" And they're like, "What?" And then I saw them. I go, "Those." They go, "Those are called clackers." I'm like, "Oh." They were dangerous. How many of you use those? And then when you missed or whatever, one of them hit you or hit your hand. They were solid balls. Oh, yes. Clackers, honey. Summer had its own kind of toys. You had bicycles, slip and slides, hula hoops. We used to go to Lake Belton in Texas and go swimming. Now, of course, we'd get brain-eating amoebas. But back then, you didn't. The worst thing was a water moccasin would bite you. And they can't bite you underwater. So if you ever saw a water moccasin, you just went underwater. They can't bite you underwater because they drown too. So, but with the war in Iran and gas at $5 or $6 or $143 a gallon, I mean, just to go from here to Texas and back to see my aunt, who is probably going to die this summer, I really want to go see her. That trip would be $3,000. And who's got that? It used to be traveling was cheap. You could just travel. You could hop in the car and go. Gas was like 49 cents a gallon. You could just go, go, go. Now, oh no. No. And food. Child. Have you seen the price of food at restaurants when you're traveling? You pull off the highway. You go to eat. And it's $50 for two people. And that could be a drive-through. I hear McDonald's is like $15 a person now. McDonald's. Lord. Let's put on the glasses and see what you're chatting about at youtube.com/Willie Karel. Fabulous memories. Yes, they are fabulous memories. We need old folks nightclubs that are quiet. I agree. I could not agree more. And they open at 4 in the afternoon and close at 11 o'clock at night. 4 to 11. And you could have bands or piano players or, music vinyl being played. But at a level where you could speak and talk. From 4 to 11. You could open an adult-only nightclub for older people at a regular nightclub that doesn't open till 11. Truly. Do it from 4 or even 4 to 10. Have it be quieter. Have there be lounge acts, entertainment. Oh, yes, I would go. If there was a place here in Vegas, well, there is. There's a club downtown. What's it called? I want to join. Las Vegas Social Club downtown. What's it called? What's it called? Not the Durango or the Limelight or the Legacy Club or the Sterling. Is it the Sterling Club? Yes, the Sterling Club. Oh, no, that's not the one I'm thinking of, but that's one. How much is it? Membership. Oh, you have to apply. You must apply. The Sterling Club. How much does it cost? Oh, girl, $4,500 a year. Plus, oh no, well, summer. So there's for the Sterling Club, $5,000 for the elite per year. And then you still have to pay a monthly due. Good Lord. Oh yeah, $5,000 for the initiation fees and $600 a month. But, you know, and then you still got to buy the food and everything. I want a social club where you go and you pay dues and everything's covered. Food, drinks, entertainment, all covered. For $5,000 a year plus $600 a month when you go to the Sterling Club, everything should be. But they have a fitness thing there. They have all kinds of things. Wait.
Now it's showtime.
Alrighty, we are watching. I'm watching. See, I'd like a social club for gay men. Oh well. So Summer. Remember the episode of 2.5 Men where Alan takes Charlie to the 70s disco club? No, I never watched 2.5 Men. Why would I watch one of the most heterosexual white shows on television? Also, I don't watch hardly any sitcoms. I'm trying to watch Hacks. I like Hacks. But I know it's the last season this year, and I want to watch the last season. But the other seasons just pissed me off because I like Deborah and I like the other girl. And I like when they're friends, you know? But, so I don't watch sitcoms. I watch dramas and procedurals. Like Will Trent. I just watched I knew they were going to kill her husband. Oh, spoiler alert. I knew they were going to kill her husband on Will Trent. They just couldn't let her be happy. Oh no, she pregnant? I knew he was going to die. Every episode I was waiting for him to die. And they finally killed him in the last episode in a car wreck. She and the baby survives. I knew it. There's some characters you know they just ain't gonna let be happy. But I like Will Trent. The guy that plays him is handsome. And there's a Chihuahua named Betty who is the star of the show for me. So I like that show. I also like High Potential, which is based on a French show about this woman who has an extraordinary brain. It's great. The actress is from what is that show, Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which I never watched, even though there's a gay character. The lead guy, the handsome lead guy, comes out as gay. But anyway, so is the Iran war and the price of gas affecting your summer plans? That's the question. You're going to answer it down below. What are you doing this summer? I want to see 100 comments. I know how many of you watch the fucking videos. Comment, for the love of God. What are you doing this summer? Anything? Has the economy eaten into your summer plans? Are you just going to stay home and conserve money for the winter like a squirrel conserving his nuts? Tell me, child. Tell me. Tell me. What are you doing this summer? I want to know. And more importantly, I want to know. This is why I need callers. I need callers because I want to know. Has the economy deterred your summer plans? Or are you going to say, fuck it, I only live once. This summer we're going to go to Yosemite, or we're going to go, to New York, or we're going to go to wherever. I want to know. Leave your comments down below. Oh, Rachel, girl, she started watching Heated Rivalry last night. Did you get a fan? Because, girl, even in episode 1, woo, the sex. Lord. Connor and Hudson, my 2 new favorite actors, Connor Story and Hudson Wilson, Hudson something or other. I just call them Connor and Hudson. Oh, and in real life, they are chain smokers. It's so sad to see them just puffing away. It's like you're going to die. Another inconvenient fact, smoking will kill you. Being obese is bad. Smoking will kill you. Some inconvenient truths of being human. But hey, that's the way it is. So, are you doing anything for summer, or has Iran taken away your plans? I would love to know. You know, this is not the social club, by the way, there is a social club downtown Las Vegas that I have thought about joining, but I don't think it's the Sterling Club. The Elks Lodge, Masonic Temple. Yeah, no, I don't. Maybe it is the Sterling Club. I don't know, but I thought it was something else. I wish there was a gay one. I would go. Yep. I would go. I guess it is the Sterling Club. I don't know. There's one called Tap and Ash in the Arts District. Maybe they changed their name. Am I 21 or older? Yes, I am. It's a cigar lounge. Ugh. Ugh. God. Bleh. A private social club is open $3,000 a year. What do you freaking get for $3,000 a year? The Doberman. That's it. The Doberman. That's the name of it. I wish I was a member because it sounds like a place that I would go. You know, because they have afternoon events and all of that. But they do things there. Vinyl Revival, May 8th. Champagne and charcuterie on Mother's Day. Sunday jazz sessions. Backgammon Mondays. See? Keys to Doberman, 6 to 9. An evening of cabaret and cocktails from 6 to 9. I need to join this club. How much is it? $3,000 a year. Well, guess I ain't joining the club. It's designed to keep people like me out. I'm the person they don't want there because I can't afford the damn club. Oh, there. Oh, I'm sorry. My other car says no plans, too expensive. Yep. Rachel, wait till you get to episode 5 of Heated Rivalry. You are going to bawl your fucking eyes out. Episode 5 of Heated Rivalry. If y'all haven't seen it, oh my God, you will weep like a little baby. Several times, not just once. But there is a scene where Hudson's talking to Connor, and Connor's Russian, of course, Ilya. You know, Ilya is talking to Hudson, whatever Hudson's name is. Shane. Ilya is talking to Shane. Ilya wants to say something, but he only knows how to say it in Russian. So Shane says, go ahead and say it. Even though I don't understand it, at least you'll feel better. And he does a whole monologue in Russian, and it just rips your gut to the floor. Oh, yes. Heated Rivalry. I loved it. And the new season's coming. And I saw the books in Barnes & Noble. And the new book, that the book they're going to do season 2 from is called The Long Game, where they kind of get to be happy. The director and producer and showrunner is gay, and he didn't want a tragic gay show. So even though there is some tragedy and drama, he wanted a show where the gays can actually be happy. Imagine that. Well, this gay is happy. I am Karel. Be who you want to be, so long it doesn't hurt anybody. Thanks for having fun with me for the last hour. I'll be back either tomorrow at 10 with This Gay Week with Scott. I think that's going to happen. So tune in tomorrow at 10 or back on Monday. Either way, just check on the YouTube. Until then, stay safe and know that I love you. I love you more than I love petroleum.
It's broadcasting from a completely different point of view. Yours. Listen daily to the Karel Cast on your favorite streaming service. You're listening to the Karel Cast. Driving you home or driving you crazy. It's broadcasting from a completely different point of view. Yours. Listen daily to the Karel Cast on your favorite streaming service.